Yeah, really proud of the first innings, the way that we batted. I thought that was a real line in the sand for us as a team. You know, it's a lot of new players in our squad, and as you rightly say, there was a opportunity for us to go the other way, and we didn't. We played really well. Senior players put their hands up in Quinny and Dean, getting fantastic hundreds. And you know, to get 400 in the subcontinent is never anything easy to do. You know, so the way we responded there was brilliant. Obviously, getting 400 in that second innings, we felt we were right in the game, and we needed something brilliant in the second innings. And unfortunately, it was close. It was close for us happening. You know, there's a few half chances that didn't go our way. And that's sort of where the game slipped away. You know, we tried to stay in the fight and stay in the contest. But the way that Rohit played, especially in that second innings, made it tough for us. And to put up a score of 400 in the last innings was always going to be a little bit too much. And then obviously the nature of the day 5 pitch today was probably the first time we saw something coming really from the deck. But I thought it was a really good pitch, really good test cricket. First 2 days flat, and then 3 and 4 spin, and then day 5 it goes up and down. So that's a real good test wicket for me. Yeah, it was difficult to try and slow the game down. Obviously we're bowling a lot of spin, so pace of play was really fast, and when we've got momentum that they had at that stage, it sort of just felt, you could just feel like it was really difficult to stop. From a combination point of view, it's difficult to say. You know, if you look apart from today, seamers didn't play that much of a role in this test match. The seamers, 1 wicket, 2 wickets maybe in an innings. They played a holding role more in the first 4 days. So whether extra seamer would have made difference, I'm not sure if it would have. Definitely day 5 we saw that there was huge value in the seam, obviously the up and down. But that is something for us to consider now, moving into the next test match. What do we feel is our best opportunity in getting 20 wickets? Because that's what you need to win test matches. And obviously we couldn't do that in this test match. Couldn't bowl them out. So that's something that we will definitely look at and try and see how we can counter that. Yes, it is. It's been an issue for a while, and we've managed to work around it when conditions allows for it. South Africa, we play either 7 batters, 3 seamers and a spinner, or sometimes leave out our spinner and play 4 fast bowlers. Obviously that's not going to be the case in India, and if we do leave out an all-rounder, then our batting becomes weaker. If we play an extra batter, then we don't have enough bowling resources. But I think it showed with someone like Kesh, what he can do is Keshav can bowl a lot of overs. So he can block up an end the whole day, similar to what Ashwin does for India. So it's just about finding the balance of which is going to be our best wicket-taking options, but also not just looking at it, that you definitely have to have an element of control in the subcontinent. You can't just have guys running in and bowling fast, but they're not hitting the stumps consistently. That's the key to bowling in the subcontinent. So those are the conversations that we'll make sure we'll try and see how we can improve on that. I thought in the second innings our fast bowlers were better than the first, a little bit wider in the first innings, but responded very well in the second. But yeah, to answer your question, it is something that from a balance point of view that, you know, Jacques Kallis, when he left, he made a big hole in terms of the all-rounder position. But slowly but surely we'll make sure we'll put someone in there. Yeah, Test cricket, generally your experience counts for a lot. Experience is earned from playing the highest level for a period of time. I find that when you play T20 cricket or one-day cricket, that's when guys can generally come in and do well all the time, but your test teams that are dominant and do well for a period of time have established combinations that they play, similar guys performing all the time, and one or two guys coming in and out, that generally stays the same. And that's when, you know, the Proteas team, that was a strong one. There was a real similar look to it for a very, very long time. You had 3 fast bowlers playing all the time, 1 spinner, all the batters all the time. So in this new phase of a lot of guys coming in, it is a new phase, and you just got to give it some time. You got to be patient, because through this process you will get to that phase again where you get the consistency in your selection. You'll have batters that are mature, that have played 30, 40 tests, that know their game. And the only way that you get there is unfortunately by starting somewhere, and that's the process where we are right now. In a perfect world, you won't do it all at the same time, but that's just the nature of where we are. We've got a lot of bowlers. Morne, Dale, those guys are finished. So now it's 2 new guys in the squad. Hash finishing, AB finishing. It's in a year's time you've got two players with a lot of runs behind their names finishing, and that is, it's going to take some time to fill those shoes. But we as leadership understand that it's important to just be patient with the guys, because they will come through again. Yeah, he played unbelievably well. I mean, you can see technically he's very sound against spin, which is obviously something that he's worked really hard on. I haven't seen much of him personally over my career, but great to see that he offers us balance. Obviously bowls a bit as well, so that helps. But just batting in at number 7, 8 position is always something we're looking for as a team. Batted with real maturity, and both innings. He still hasn't been out in Test cricket, so making it hard for us not to look at him, even picking him, leaving him out in the second Test. He's putting in the numbers on the scoreboard, which is what we want. It's not easy to get runs, and he showed that he's got the technique to get through the challenging spin conditions. So that's a huge attribute to have for this Test series.